one way to reveal your true self. See the body as if it were someone else's. That's the practice. That's what you're going to do. You're going to see the body as if it were someone else's. Constantly do that. See, normally when we perceive life, we're perceiving ourselves as some individual, as some human being. And because we perceive life this way, and because we keep entertaining it that way, it seems as if awareness feels like it's trapped in our body. And because it feels like it is trapped in the body, it continues to see life in that manner, in the manner of which awareness seems to be coming from the body. And because awareness seems to be coming from the body, we believe that we're separate from all these other awarenesses that's floating out there. We'll keep experiencing life this way if we keep continuing to see ourselves as this body. If we keep continuing to see ourselves as this body, we'll keep perpetuating the experience of separation. So if you want to experience non-duality or experience your true self, which is pure non-dual consciousness void of duality, then how are you going to experience it if you keep entertaining the false experience? It's common sense. See the body as if it were someone else's so that you no longer see yourself as this body. When you see your body as if it were someone else's, you start to see through the body. You start to observe through the body. Just do it for like 2 seconds. If you could just do it for 2 complete seconds where you're really, really, really deeply seeing this body as if it were someone else's, and you'll see that you're really just observing through the body and that this body is not yours. That experience, if you're able to just feel it or intuitively know it for just a few seconds, if you go deeper in that experience, that's when you'll start to see the truth. Every day we wake up, there's this inner notion of us waking up and us getting out of bed and us going to the bathroom. There's this deep inner notion. You don't need to tell yourself that I am this body getting up out of bed. It's something that you already know deep in your subconscious. Deep in your subconscious, there's this inner notion that you're the body getting up, you're the body going to the bathroom, you're the body going to work, you're the body doing this, you're the body doing that. It's constant. That inner notion needs to be removed. It needs to be removed. If it's not removed, you'll keep perpetuating the experience of separation. There's no doubt about it. How could you not? If you keep seeing yourself as this body, if you keep seeing yourself as this body, then you'll keep experiencing life with separation. You'll keep sustaining the perception of separation. That's just how it works. That's the conditioning. But if you just practice seeing the body as if it were someone else's, you'll take a step back from the role who take things so intimately and immerse yourself in a role that's just observing, right? It's like putting on a VR headset. The minute you put on the VR headset, you'll see legs if you look down, you'll see your arms extend if you look forward, you'll see your body parts, but when you see it, you know it's not yours. You know it's not yours. So in this way, you're just observing the legs, you're observing the arms, you're observing the body. You're not experiencing through the arms, you're not experiencing through the legs, you're not experiencing through the body. You're just observing it. The problem is people have kept this VR headset for too long, and now they believe that they're the body extending the arms and that their legs is over there and that this is their body because they've held on to the VR headset, or they're so deeply rooted in the conditioning of seeing themselves as an individual. You have to break that. That needs to be broken. See the body as if it were someone else's. Literally, when you wake up, don't believe that you're the body waking up. Start believing that you're not the body waking up and that you're not the body getting up out of bed. Now, this doesn't mean that you're oppressing things. This doesn't mean you're suppressing actions, avoiding or neglecting anything that your body does. You're still doing what you normally do. You're still doing what you're inclined to do, right? If you're inclined to do this, you're not going to do that. If I play football, I'm not going to play basketball. I'm going to play football. Like if that's what I do, I'm not going to play a different sport. You're going to naturally inclined to do what you normally do. You're just seeing through the body. You're seeing that the body is doing what it does while believing it's someone else's. That is the practice. Continuously see the body as if it were someone else's, and you'll start to see that you're just observing the body. You'll become less intimate with things that you normally experience. For instance, if you experience emotions as a human being, normally when you experience those emotions, you believe that those are your emotions because you're the body experiencing it, and you believe that yourself that you're the body experiencing it. And so you'll continue to perpetuate that experience. Start to see the body as someone else's, and you'll no longer feel as if you're the one who has emotions. You'll feel like it's someone else having emotions and that you're just observing it. You're just watching it happen. You become less intimate with emotions, feelings, sensations, anything that the body normally experiences. You start becoming less intimate with them. You're detaching from them because you're now removing that inner notion that you've had all this time, believing that you're the body doing this and that you're the body doing that. See the body as if it were someone else's. I literally want you to go into the bathroom and look into the mirror and say to yourself, deep in your mind, that that is not my body. That is someone else's. Every day when you look at the mirror, believe it. At least start believing it to some degree to eventually realize that this body is someone else's. Because the truth of your identity is that you're not the body, you're just awareness observing the body. If you're just awareness observing the body, then how can you say that that body is yours? How can you say that that body is your identity? How can you say that you are that body? You can't, because you're just awareness. End of it. That's it. Awareness, full stop, done. There's nothing else to talk about. When you're awareness, you're literally seeing the projection of the body, and you're seeing the projection of the body as an appearance, as something that's emanating. It's literally empty in your experience. You see that everything is just formless. If that's the case, then why believe that you're the body right now when you're experiencing life? Even if you say to yourself, okay, well, consciousness is projecting this body and I'm experiencing it, so it's my own body because at the end of the day, I'm just consciousness. Fine, if you want to believe that, that's okay. But ultimately, what you're doing here is tricking yourself into believing that you're the body and that you're really not consciousness. Because if you were really consciousness in the experience, the body is not yours. You're just observing it. Continuously see the body as if it was not yours. See it as someone else's. That's the practice. That's what you constantly have to do. You constantly have to do that, because if you keep perceiving yourself as this individual that where it seems like awareness is trapped inside skin, then it only means that you need to remove that conditioning, which is to remove the entanglement that awareness has on the body, and see that it wasn't really inside the body, that the body was inside awareness. Because that's what's really happening in your experience. Even right now, you believe that awareness is trapped inside the body. You believe that awareness comes from inside the body. Even if you intellectually believe that awareness is projecting the body, you still feel as if awareness is coming from inside the body. And because you feel this way, you experience separation. If you experience separation, you're having a deluded experience. You're having a false experience. You're tricking yourself into something that's actually not happening. And what I mean by something that's not actually happening, the truth is, as it stands, is that awareness is not trapped inside the body. It's actually free. Even right now, where you perceive awareness to be trapped inside the body, it's actually free, but you have to remove the notions that you're this body and that awareness is inside of it. Continuously see the body as if it were someone else's. That's the practice. Keep doing that, and you'll start to see that you weren't inside the body. You were actually awareness projecting the body, and that the body was inside you as a false appearance, as an empty appearance, as a mirage. Ultimately, with any spiritual practice, the mind needs to be silenced. The mind needs to be silenced, and there's many different ways to silence the mind. When the mind is silenced, you realize your truth. You directly realize who it is that you truly are, which is pure awareness, pure consciousness, whatever you want to call it, non-duality. That is your truth. Brahman, Atman, that is your truth. You don't see it that way because you feel like awareness is coming from inside the body. Because you feel as if awareness is coming inside the body, you believe yourself as this human body. You believe that the body is yours. I'm telling you to break that and see the body as if it were someone else's. That is the practice. That is a practice that's needed to remove this inner notion, this subconscious notion that you're the body, and that that body is getting up out of bed, and that your body is doing this, and that your body is doing that. Break that conditioning. See the body as if it were someone else's. Start off that way. Build it up in your practice, and you'll start to see that that body is not yours. It's someone else's. And because awareness no longer feels like it's trapped inside this body, where else is it? Where else is there to go? Where else is there to go? What's left? Where can awareness go at that point if it's no longer feeling like it's trapped inside the body? It shines as its own self. It shines as awareness, and you see it in your experience. Constantly see the body as if it were someone else's. That's the practice. Constantly do it over and over and over again. That is all that's required. All that's required is to see this body as someone else's. You don't need to be stuck on the scriptures. You don't need to be stuck on all these books. You don't need to be stuck on all these terminologies. You don't need to be stuck on any religion or any philosophy. Just do this one practice. See the body as if it were someone else's, and you'll start to see that you're the awareness that's projecting the body. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's what's going to happen if you keep doing it, if you keep practicing it over and over and over again, to remove this inner notion, that you've been perpetuating for many lifetimes in the series of reoccurring dreams, in the series of samsara. Remove that right now by practicing seeing the body as if it were someone else's. Constantly do that every single second of the day. If you forget about it, if you don't do it, that just means the conditioning is pulling you back. It's trying to tell you, don't do that practice. Keep experiencing your life in this fashion. That's what it's doing. That's the conditioning. That's what the conditioning does. Keep seeing the body as if it were someone else's. That practice alone will allow you to experience who it is that you truly are, simply from the fact that awareness has nowhere left to go once it starts seeing the body as if it were someone else's. Because if it's not seeing its body as awareness is, then awareness automatic reaction is to shine as awareness, because there's nowhere left to go. There's nowhere left to go. It has cut ties with the body. Continue to see the body as if it were someone else, and continue to step back into the role as just observing through the body. And the more you deepen your practice by seeing the body as if it was someone else's, the more you remove that entanglement that awareness has on its body. When it starts to remove the entanglement it has on its body, it starts to see glimpses of the self. In other words, things start to unify into your awareness, and you start seeing that really there was just one single awareness. And that experience keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper until it just shines with non-separation, until it shines that it's just completely empty, formless, and just one pure awareness. And that awareness is you. To experience this, you have to keep seeing the body as if it were someone else's. Literally keep doing it. That's what this practice will do. It will help remove the entanglement that awareness has on its body, and sees that it's just been itself the entire time. It's always been itself the entire time. So continue to see the body as if it were someone else's. That is the practice.